What did you do during the Korean War?
I was in the infantry. I was in the battles, and I got a Purple Heart and a combat infantry badge. I was wounded in October 16th of 1951.
Wow. And are you willing to talk about what happened there, which got you the Purple Heart?
Yes, I can talk about it now.
Okay, what exactly happened during that situation in which you were wounded?
We were attacking Old Baldy, trying to push the Chinese off of the hill, and we got caught in a crossfire, what they have from three machine guns, one from the front and one from each side, and I got caught with the one from the side, right side. I got 3 bullets in the leg. And
3 bullets in the leg, wow,
yeah,
because machine gun.
But it didn't break a bone, so I lucked out on that part.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for your service. So you've been on an honor flight before, and there's a lot of people that will watch this that have not been on, that are veterans. Could you tell them a little bit about what honor flight does and what it was like for you?
And it's a big life changer. I could never talk about my experience about the war. After I went, I can talk about it pretty much now and tell people what happened.
What happened during the honor flight that really made it so that you're capable of talking about it now?
I think most of the things, people telling you thank you for your service 60-some years later, and everything just poured onto you. And one of the things that really made a difference was the letters from the school kids. Young kids, 8, 10 years old, writing letters, and even drawing some flowers on there and everything. That was one of the highlights of the trip, the mail call.
Sure.
So
that has to be awesome. And when you've seen the memorials and everything else, could you describe to someone who's never been on there? They might think, I didn't see combat. You saw combat. You earned a Purple Heart. Do you think it matters whether you've seen combat or not?
Everybody is necessary in service, no matter where you are. The Navy is necessary real much to transport your food and ammunition and everything. And everybody has a job. You have to do that and supply the people on the front line. If you don't, you're in trouble. Then. So
sure.
Everybody has a job, whatever you're assigned to. If you're lucky and was assigned to a job that isn't combat, you was lucky. But if you, when I got to Korea, they needed infantry. They were badly beaten up, and they needed soldiers in the infantry, so we all got stuck in the infantry. It didn't make any difference what kind of training you took, basic training you had. So you had to use whatever training you had.
Sure. So you had a good experience. It seems like you had even more than just a good experience on the honor flight. So do you know exactly when it was you went on that honor flight? How many years ago was it, or was it just recently?
2013.
2013?
4 years ago I went on the trip.
So all the way up until 2013, there were things that you never talked about until after the honor flight.
No, after the honor flight, I put my story on a little pamphlet. Mm-hmm. I had a retired school teacher from Rylander who was a guardian for her dad, World War II veteran, and she talked with me about my experience, and she talked me into put it on tape, and she typed it up, and me and my son edited it, and we put it in a little pamphlet, and I got my war story. I gave it to all my relatives, and they didn't know. They had no idea when I served, they had no idea what happened there.
Sure. Do you know, that's such a similar story from all the interviews that I've done. You're not the only one that's had that experience, and then finding out, a lot of people in your family don't know exactly, and they want to know. And
Yeah.
they want to be able to tell the grandkids and the
Yes.
nieces and nephews.
I left copies for all my great-grandkids too. I gave my grandkids copies, and I gave them extra copies to make sure that all the grandkids and great-grandkids all have a copy from it.
So I take it you would highly recommend the Honor Flight.
Yes, I would.